There's some films that, when you watch them when you're young, you're just going, man, I wish we could do this. And then they made in the Indian film industry. And after they made it in the Indian film industry, they just come one after the other. And there's always one name that is associated with it. I've said this before. In the early 2000s and late 1990s, everyone who came to Mumbai would see some of those big houses. You'd see the Mannat and you'd see Mr. Bachchan's bungalow. But everybody who came here to be an actor would come in that Versova telephone exchange lane and just try to see the company that was being run by Mr. Ram Gopal Varma, and we'd be waving out just in case हम में से किसी को किसी ने देख लिया हो और अंदर बुला ले. So it's always my greatest pleasure, and very rarely do I see these fanboy moments, but once again, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thanks for making me feel old.
We've all grown.
I will not shake your hand.
We've all grown well together with it, and I keep saying this. We were waiting for this for 2 years, and I think this is it now for him. Amit, Sadh, buddy, this is it for you. I'm so happy, and I'm extremely jealous of you. I hate every second of you right now. When I saw the promos of Sarkar, bro, I love it. Superb.
Thank you, bro. But anyways, I've had a pact with Ramu sir, because if this is not it, I'm going to kill him.
No, this is going to be it. But your it has already happened, Yami.
Thank you.
You were fantastic in Kabil. It's like as if you bazookaed back into Bollywood, So she came in with a big bang with the Vicky donors, and we've discussed this obviously also. But the last year and a half has been another bazooka. Every day an article, I'm going, really? So disbelief was also in between there. Now when I see the promos, I'm going, it's not just, okay, so you've got Mr. Bachchan, you've got Manoj Bajpayee, you've got Ronit Roy, you've got Jackie Shroff, and you've got the two of you also, and people are wondering, is there going to be enough there? And there's a lot there.
There's a lot.
So I'm saying, I'm really happy for you also, and you must be really happy with the different kind of genres that you're attempting as well.
Absolutely. I think versatility is the key. And if I'm bored doing characters, which something I've done before, so will the audience be.
And isn't it like a little bit of a dream the last year and a half, the kind of films, the Kabils, Amitabh Bachchan and Hrithik Roshan and all the big numbers and
Absolutely,
all that?
I think more than numbers, it's the respect that Kabil got. I was very, touched by that, because box office hits you still get. But the respect factor, I think, is very rare. So that was, I think, something very special.
Now, sir, I said this to Amit, I said, you'll have your 500 crore films, but this film is your entry into the respect elite club in the Bollywood industry. Sarkar is one of those ones. What is it about Sarkar that, no matter what it is, whether it's the Govinda that started off with the background score, to the camera angles, to everything, there's just excitement, more so in Mumbai, of course, because, we think there's a direct correlation. But there's just, we never had the Indian Godfather, and this is, if not surpassed, reached that completely. So what is it with this Sarkar franchise that excites you also so much?
See, I think, I really owe my entire career or my, whatever you call, I think, The Godfather. The first time ever since I read the novel in my college years,
Right.
I think it is a resonance as a subject matter in terms of a family, in terms of against a power backdrop, against human relationships on various counts. I think the relatability factor, a book written in America in 1960, the fact that in 2016 again we are discussing that, and so many versions of it have been made in so many countries and so many languages, including Hindi, I'm saying. I think it's that, which I think it's not merely a story, it's about a story of probably everyone, and that's what I think it has. Apart from that,
but when you were making the first one, did you think that you would have like a succession of them coming? Because, very rarely have stories picked up seamlessly from the previous one. You managed to do that every time.
Yeah, actually, strangely enough, there were a lot of portions of Godfather 3 which I wanted to make first, Because I don't think, like I said, it's not really about a plot. It's about characters. And more than anything else, I felt the character of Sarkar, it works on two counts. One is I never thought of Godfather as a mafia film. It is about power. I mean, the nearest I thought was a symbol like a Bal Saheb Thackeray.
Yes.
And second, it also had resonance of why we loved Amitabh Bachchan in the 80s, when we grew up on his films, in terms of the so-called angry young man. I think Sarkar almost like personified that on a very top level, where Amitabh Bachchan probably in a Diwar is still a very small time hoodlum. I think the upper limit of what the angry young man can reach, I think, is Sarkar.
Yeah. But I've also realized, I think you're one of the first directors in the Bollywood film industry to realize the power of silence and the power of sound. When a bhoot came, I remember sitting in the theatre, and the sound was another character. I was jumping up in my seat. In Sarkar, there were hardly any words in the first, a lot of the times it was just close-ups. No Indian director and I say this with all due respect to everyone, I don't think he's ever understood the fact that, silence and sound can be used as much without the actor acting or dialogues as another character. And you've used this so well in all these films. So that intensity is fantastic that you've been able to get in that. So what's that process?
See, I think it's, when you're talking about close-ups, eventually it is the emotional intensity of a person feeling, Like more than Sarkar, Amitabh Bachchan, I'm saying, I feel someone like Yami, because she's like a cute, pretty, beautiful girl. And suddenly to see her in the space of Sarkar looking so intense is shocking everyone, in terms of that. I think that's because when the actor is made to feel, instead of you telling her how to act, instead of making her take the aid of a dialogue or something, interaction, I feel every person will have a built-in intensity, and that comes out very strong in various degrees. And of course, the kind of face one actor has will juxtapose it. If Yami is not good-looking, that same intensity might work in another way. But the moment she's so good-looking, it works in a completely different way.
But this concept of this really intense closes you started. So what was that thought?
See, I would really not take credit to that. In fact, I would say that I probably first time realized it partly from Godfather and partly from Alien, Ridley Scott film. That's when I first understood the power of close-ups. But eventually it is emotion people connect to. It is not about, one of the great cameramen, William Fraker, he said, there is no greater cinematic visual than an actor's close-up. I really believe in that.
And the actor's completely naked, and then you managed to do it wonderfully well with your emotions, let's put it that way. But he did mention one thing very well, and I remember Katrina telling me this also. I said, one of the best scenes that you ever done in your life is what she done in Sarkar. And she said, Ramu sir was horrible with me because he was so exacting in what he wanted, and he did a brilliant job with that. And she cried, and there was that round trolley shot, and I said, people kept asking about your performances, and this performance was wonderful.
Yeah.
Similarly, like he said, they didn't expect you in this kind of setup. So when you come into a Sarkar setup, do you have a different mindset completely?
Of course, definitely. I had a different mindset the moment I walked in his office because, and he's not lying, he's exactly...
And you knew it was for Sarkar, obviously.
Of course I knew it. And he said, this fair and lovely walk and the image that you have, I want to... Because I wanted to ask him why, as much as I was excited and really looking forward to it, but I wanted to ask him why me. Yeah. So he said...
Sarkar is actually a dark film, right? So it's not much lighting required for you.
I totally enjoy these jokes. So he said, exactly for this reason, I think very interesting for you to be seen in such a way which we've not before. And even I thought, I think as an actor, not... sometimes we try very hard to maybe break from an image or to do something new. That effort sometimes looks very... It shows as an effort. I don't think you're able to then communicate as an actor what you're trying to do.
But does this cute image irritate you?
Not irritate, but I think I don't want any image. As an actor, I think I would not want any image. I think that's exactly what the first thing which struck me when he said that we've never seen you before, we don't expect it from you. But I think it'll be something very interesting. So let me shoot some pictures. So the first look that you saw, and there's no makeup or hair or anything. Just saw some those pictures, and I sent it to my father. And he called me, said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, why?" He said, "No, you're looking. What happened?" I said, "Papa, if I'm not okay, why will I take a picture and send you? I'll just call you not okay." He said, "I've never seen you like that." So what is it? So I told him, this is what it's for. You have to do it because I think it's going to be amazing. And I'm so happy and proud to be a part of it.
Yami also very happy. Vivek Oberoi did some 30 makeup bits for company, was it? To try and darken his color.
I think you should take it with a pinch of salt. Whatever he says. I mean, whether it should be 30.
I
was going to ask you that also.
Yeah, I think not a pinch of salt. I think a bucket of salt.
We take it. One of my favorite films also.
That.
But that's one of my favorite films also.
I don't know what it means. I really don't understand. So I hate makeup. Even wearing makeup. So
But Amit Sadh, when he comes in there, he's an actor who's proven his chops. But this is completely different. So I see this amazing new trailer and I go, wow, this is jackpot. Because you're seeing great performance. He already has the acting capability. But when he comes into the zone, was there a thought process for why Amit?
See, frankly, I never saw Amit in any film, personally. In fact, Amit was actually suggested by Mr. Bachchan to me for the role. When he heard the script, I don't know where he saw Amit. And after Mr. Bachchan suggested, I met Amit.
So at that point in time, could you have said no, even if Mr. Bachchan is recommended?
Yeah, I mean, I would need to be convinced
Yeah,
because somewhere, because then when I shot some pictures to him, what I was impressed at the fact that unlike normal actors, he's not trying to look glamorous and he's just okay with just whatever he wears and however he looks and without makeup, and he just seems to be comfortable the way he was, which is what I thought was very much needed for the character, because it's a very grey character. It's not like a lead, it's not like a negative. There is something unsettling about the way it is written. So I think it was fantastic in that part.
And I'm so glad we're going to talk to him about it. But that's the key, yes? If you want to meet Mr. Ram Gopal Varma and you're trying to audition for a role, don't dress up. Don't do any makeup.
Don't dress up, but
But like, dress up in a way, it's like real, but real. You know what I mean? You have to carefully work on that. And Yami, Gautam, we're seeing in such a different avatar, which is so exciting to see. In a short span of time, wherein there would have been a problem lag after, should have happened, superstardom, after Vicky Donor. There was a bit of a lag, but I think now she's covering up for lost time, running a 100-meter sprint in a marathon, which is great to see. But Amit, Sadh, I'm so happy that this has come to you. You've been through the rigmarole that all of us have. The auditions from the ads to the serials, leaving that, doing this, going that, giving some time off, and giving time to cinema, which I think patience is something most actors don't have anymore. They expect it to all happen. So much has happened to you in the last 2-3 months. You've had a super hit film, a film that didn't do well, RunningShadi.com, which I think was a very good film. You did a great performance. You come back in again. So at that point of time, was this thing always at the back of your head that I've got this Sarkar and I've got to kill it there? Does that add the extra pressure for you ever? Knowing that this is the setup?
Bro, you've put it very beautifully, but I guess life doesn't happen like that. And I'm a very lame guy, to be honest. And I just don't feel the pressure to prove anything. I like living life with utmost honesty, honesty to myself, to my emotions, and to my belief system, and to my will to act. I want to act. And I'm grateful to all people who've given me opportunities. I've learned in all, and I'm grateful to this man, Ram Gopal Varma, who's given me another opportunity in which I've learned a lot, I've excelled a lot. And I just hope that when people come and watch this film, they love the film and they love my work. It's very simple for me.
Yeah, and you're extremely honest. Is he tough to work with?
He's a darling. He's a doll.
What darling ka matlab kya?
He's a doll.
Yeah?
He's a doll. Okay, so
What is this? He's a doll?
Yeah, he's a doll.
Yeah.
Ram Gopal Varma the doll.
No, not
Now tell me.
Okay, can I rephrase? Let me rephrase.
Amit sir, you are sounding dangerously close to Vivek Oberoi.
No, sir. So Ram Gopal Varma is my doll.
Vivek, I think you really need to
You should
WhatsApp
put a
a message
break on.
Ramu sir. I think that's very important.
Now Ramus has made me nervous. Whenever he says that, I kind of eat my words. Anyway, so
I'm saying dangerously.
Okay, cool.
So please underline.
Let's retract. So I'll tell an amazing thing about Ramus as a director. When you give a shot, you give a scene, you do a scene, and as an actor, you feel, okay, I was there, I was in the moment. Not about I gave a great shot. I don't have that in me. And then, so after shooting for 5, 6, 7 days, and I said, wow, I'm feeling this character. It's coming naturally to me. And one day I pondered. I said, So what he does is with all actors, and somehow I kind of understood, so I kind of played more on it. Ramu sir calls you to the office.
Right.
And then he'll say something, like a woodpecker in your ear. Then he'll give you some random reference, which at that time you don't know. He just fills you up subconsciously so much with the world, with this, with that, that when you're on the set, and then he does that to every actor. So you don't know what he's saying to Manoj
Sir,
bhai.
you've not done this to me.
You're perfect.
But you are, because
please.
you don't need
I'm
to
not
film.
aware
You are
of this
natural.
process.
You are.
He needed to work with
I
me.
asked him
You
what
you are a, what do you call?
I asked him, sir, what homework should I do? I'm paranoid about homework and all that, okay?
Yeah.
So he said, nothing, just come on the set. I said, sir, please don't joke, please tell me. I've not even picked up a gun, I've not seen it also. And for some reason I thought, because it's Sarkar, it's a Ram Gopal Varma movie, it's just going to be symbolic. I'm just going to do this, that's it, cut. No, sir, no, you have to shoot. So I said, what? So Alan, even I remember, he was there, and he said, and the whole unit is there. They're all waiting, only the shot has to happen. And I'm petrified of sound. I'm one of those those kids who used to hide under this quilt in Diwali and all. Till date, I had
Really?
Yeah, I'm scared of balloons also because the
Thanks.
sound.
This goes in my memory chip. If I want to scare you, we'll do this.
So I was like, and I said, can you show me, sir? And he showed. I said, yeah, the noise comes, and it's. But I'm just talking to myself. But outside, I'm just acting cool. Yeah. Oh, all right, sure, sir, sure. And I took a shot, and then they started setting up. I went to the bathroom. I just sat like that, and my hands were shivering.
Did you know this about it?
No.
No one knows about it.
If I knew it, I would have made it.
But you did put some cotton in your ear before the shot.
Yeah, that was much later. This is about for the first time, and I was shivering like this. I said, "Oh my God!" And really, in the shot, I was for some reason I was behaving like this gawar who's like, "He's really gonna die, sir. Please, sir, it's really." He said, "Are you mad? What's wrong with you?" I was so I said, "Sir,
But
sorry,
it's sweet.
homework you
See,
should have."
brand new. But how would you give you homework? You can't practice shooting a gun at home.
No, but I mean, just
You'll have to be on the set
no,
only.
it's not about shooting a gun. It's about just prepping up for the role. So he said, "No, just come."
See,
away."
to clarify one answer, what the difference between what Amit and Yami are saying, see, no, there's one kind of a character where you need to see a certain definite emotion coming from that particular character. But the design of Yami's character is like an intrigue. No one really knows what she's thinking. I mean, especially the audience should not know, you know. So I feel for the actor also not knowing it will help, because I know I'm very clear about where she'll come in the screenplay, exactly what her role. So every minute thing, like the way she's sitting, to the way she looks up, in what manner she will say the line, will add to the film's intrigue part, which is the exact opposite of Amit's character, because he's in a family situation, or he's in some kind of an expressing an angst or whatever. So you need to have a reference point for that. Whereas she's being treated like a intrigue, a suspense and a thrill thing. So the actor to be used like an effect for the film, that's a different way of approaching getting a performance. So there's a lot of thought, Yami. I was not. So please don't say that I. मेरे को क्यों नहीं बोला, सिर्फ उसको बोला है. You know, it's not that.
Doesn't care a damn about us. He just uses us.
But listen, if he's using all like that, we're all in line. We're ready. But I have to say this. You pick up like the strongest cast.
See, the difference is, like, you know, when Yami initially wanted to know the scenes or the storyline and all that, you know, because what will happen sometimes, the actor, especially someone who takes a job as seriously as Yami, would come prepared. And will already mind her mindset, I want to do this like this, I want to do it like that. And suddenly if the director says, no, aisa baito, idhar dekho, left mein dekho, right mein dekho, they'll get disoriented because they don't understand what's happening. So that's the reason I didn't want to prepare her for that.
So I was the happiest on set. I had nothing to do. I did
Lots to do as far as the trailer is concerned.
lots to do,
left,
but
to the
still,
right,
I was.
But contrary to that, I think I also tried. He made me think, which and I say this with again utmost respect to everyone who's given me work. He's my first director who's kind of instilled that thing, and I think that is a quality. That's a very important thing in an actor, to think, not kind of. Again, now there's a facade also that, oh, I'm an actor, and you know, it's a thin line between the.
Everyone wants to be Al Pacino.
Yeah.
No, but you keep saying.
But you be Al Pacino, you can talk Al Pacino also. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm really, what was so helpful, and I'm really grateful for that, Ramosa, is that in real life I can't compliment him because he gets angry and he, like, you know.
Now we know why he doesn't like you complimenting
He's even more upset if you do compliments.
This is the only place I can compliment. You can more compliment.
No.
We've seen how you compliment,
Twitter.
so I think it's okay.
Oh, I love it. I
Place
follow
to compliment.
I
We'll talk about Twitter.
I will.
Twitter.
That's a special
is-
segment. That's a special segment.
That's a
Twitter
special
segment.
day.
We will get to that.
Your love affair with Mr. Bachchan, sir, is the envy of the world. And I say this why? Because hits and flops doesn't matter. It's just somehow that he just surrenders himself to you each and every time. And there are times when I've seen you experiment so much, say in department with camera angles and all, you know, in the coffee ka cup and chai ka mug and all. You've just done so many different things with him. It's a different zone. This connection we have to know. Although I've read, yes, you said you started your film career and he was one of your inspirations also.
I mean, that's an obvious thing. I mean, I think a more interesting question would be, even though I made a film, something like an ARG, for example, you know, why would
in spite of that, he'd come back to you,
yeah, correct. I would like to believe the answer is as simple. See, people look at the effect of the final result. He would look at my seriousness when I'm making the film, so probably he'll be the only person who knows that I worked more harder on Aag than Sarkar. But it sounds funny to anyone if I say it like that because they see the result and they decide this is a good film and that's a bad film. So him being present when the shoot is happening and he would have seen my passion more on a comparative level probably because of the subject matter or whatever.
I've never spoken to you about
he would
Aag.
never, no, I'm just saying.
No, but supposing when you saw Aag at that time, did you think it would be such a big debacle?
See, to start with, I feel, not only me, any filmmaker, once he starts the film, I think he loses complete objective. It's not possible for him to really know. I mean, there are films which surprise me after the release when they do well, films which surprise me when they don't do well, equally. No? Because a film is made for a long period of time in a series of decisions which are taken from time to time.
Correct.
So only you will
Cause and
know at the end of it,
consequence,
which, yeah. So coming back to Bachchan, so I think he just trusts my sincerity more than anything else. It's not about the film, how I made it and how it did. I don't think is.
But do you feel a sense of responsibility sometimes when you get him back on set?
Yeah, I do that. But I think I try to avoid past mistakes and I make new mistakes.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That means you'll learn on the next time.
No, you won't ever learn.
You will,
because
of course.
Mistakes are unending.
But that's a good thing. That's the point about cinema. Yami, you've got Manoj Bajpayee, Ronit Roy, you've got Mr. Bachchan, you've got Amit, you've got Ram Gopal Varma. Any sense of...
Jackie sir.
Yeah, Jackie sir. Any sense of being overawed ever on set? Or who was the most playful that kept you okay?
Him.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of those rare sets or rare films where, first of all, I think as an actor, even if it happens in future, you have to constantly tell yourself that you don't have to succumb to any kind of pressure that, oh, I will be overshadowed and all. You have to understand you're a character there.
Yeah.
This whole starry thing and all, for me, I'll always be the actor first. Those aspects, I think they're later. And you have to trust your director for that. Those insecurities come in when you don't trust your director, or you don't know what you're doing in the film, or there's just a lot of ambiguity. I know it's Sarkar is an opportunity, because I remember even I was in college when the first part came and my parents came home and they were like, you know, there's this movie called this, you have to watch it and it's so different and all.
It comes
and
as a brand of great acting.
Absolutely. And years later, being a part of it, it's kind of little nostalgia attached to it. So when I say I went on the set and you just have to watch the whole process, do nothing, just be in the character. The moment the director says action, you have to trust him a lot, which is very, very important. And I'm somebody...
Otherwise, she's saying if anything is wrong, it's his fault. That's
No,
what
I
she's
remember.
saying.
We have a habit, obviously, of going, you know, can we do one more, a retake or something? But if Ramu sir really says that, no, I think it's fine. And if you still want a retake, but he says, no, trust me, it's fine. Maybe if it was somebody else, I'll still go back with a doubt in my head that, I wish they should have taken one more. Here, I know. It's okay. Don't overthink. It's fine. So yeah, I think it's fun. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. My last word I'm going to take from Amit here. You get recommended by Mr. B. Okay, you come into this and you're like Chota B in the film also. In spite of having TV ka Big Bachchan, that is Ronit Roy, in spite of having Mr. Bachchan also, this large focus on you. I love it. So why did he recommend you? I mean, what did you do to have Mr. B recommend you to RGV?
I think that's
What is the smile, sir? There is some secret.
That's a question you should be asking Mr. Bachchan. All I can say
No,
is that...
I want to ask you. So,
I'll just say...
which film or what
You are
performance?
blushing.
What do you want me to
What
do,
is
sir?
happening?
No, I just
Were
don't
you
know what to
standing
say.
outside Jalsa on Sunday and saying, sir, I'm here with a placard?
Every Sunday I used to go.
No, so no, tell me the truth. What, was it a film or was it a meeting or was it what?
Actually, Ramu sir, when he met me, he told me, he said, do you know Bachchan, Mr. Bachchan? Remember he asked me? I
Yeah.
said, no, I don't know, I've just met him once. So actually 2 months prior to that, I had met sir for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
And we had an interaction, we had a conversation.
What did you talk to Mr. Bachchan? Cricket? Because he loves talking about cricket, but what else?
It's a private conversation.
Oh.
First impressions are only lasting impressions in this case. Speaking about private conversations, before we go, so I have to know your love affair with Twitter. Do you ever get scared of it?
Of Twitter?
Yeah, of the backlash.
Twitter is scared of
Twitter is my gun, actually. How
Yeah.
can you be scared of a gun?
But do you worry about public backlash, being in the public eye? Because every day that you have that Twitter rant of yours, there are news flashes the next day and news mobs the next day. It never worries you?
No. If I worry, why would I do that?
And I hear that you reply very rarely to people.
No, I don't. I ever don't.
You never reply? And that's it. That's Ramu's secret. Block and don't reply. But thank you guys for joining us. Sarkar is never a film. It's a feeling. It's, I don't know, I can't, you know how it is. It's one of those fan moments, man, of a film. Very rarely does that happen in Indian cinema. that a franchise has been able to draw the kind of audiences that it has. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
And like I said, this is going to be a game changer for both of you all. And you, sir, we hope that you make 4 as well. 4 in the offing or no?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That means it is in the offing. Till the next time, bye-bye and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.